Okay, at this time, I'd like to welcome everyone, and I'd like to call our meeting to order. Our first agenda item is going to be Pledge of Allegiance, and then we'll go for it as it reads to lead us in the pledge.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, our next item is going to be our moment of silence. Would you all please join us? Thank you. The next item is going to be our student and staff spotlight.
Good. First of all, thank you all for coming tonight. It's always good to have our community here. I want to first start off with the academic teams. We're going to see Mr. Markham. Mr. Markham here, you going to come on up, Mr. Markham? And this is Inez's academic team. And I think you know, tell them how you did, how your team did in our district.
Come up here, Mr. Ives.
We did. I do know how we finished. I'm not. We finished first in government. It was a really close match. All three schools did an awesome job. And really, it was down to the last few things. We actually just had a few that tested a little bit higher at the end, but it was a really good competition with everybody. But we did finish first in Governor's Cup in the districts, and then in region we finished.
Yeah, 7th or 8th overall out of like 15 schools. 5th in quick recall. We had 3 kids place. So.
3 kids place at the region, so we're proud of them. They worked really hard, and some of it was their first time ever being on the academic team, so that was a.
Then we had Lawrence Martin County League 2, and we placed 2nd in quick recall there too. So.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's a funny story. We had, I was over there, they had their meet, and I think Warfield Elementary won the first, was a quick recall.
Yeah.
Mr. Stafford was really pumped. So I think they did real well.
They did really good.
That's good. Competition makes, you know.
Yeah, sure. It was really
It's a
good.
good thing. Warfield won't beat Inez, and Inez beating Eden, and I mean, it's a good thing. Our kids benefit. First, I want to recognize Miss Dye for doing an outstanding job with their kids.
Can I just say something about her? Is that all right? She works really hard at the school, and I asked her, she has no idea they was going to do this, like none. I had not told her. But anything I asked her at the school, and her plate's full. She's finished her national board, she's academic coach. And if I say be program review leader, okay, take care of the CSIP, okay, like never a complaint, never. So that makes my job easier, and I just want to thank her, and I know I've embarrassed the life out of her, but I want to give her a hand.
First, we'll recognize our district Governor's Cup champions, Mr. Aiden Fields.
Aiden.
Erickson Mills.
He finished first place in science and math in the districts.
You want to stand up here?
Yeah, please stand. Killian Harrison.
She finished first in arts and humanities.
All right.
Grace Caldwell.
Fifth in arts and humanities.
Chase Childers.
First place language arts and grandparent of the year, or essay winner as well.
All right.
Kendall Kazee.
He was first place in written comp.
Congratulations, Kendall.
And third place in the region. Written comp.
Yeah.
Third place in the region for written comp.
Great.
Miss Bella Mullins. Claire Horn.
Fourth place social studies,
Great job.
third place.
Third place in social
Sorry.
studies.
Her bell was,
Miss Addison Sweeney. Eli Mills.
He was third place in math in district.
Miss Debbie Harless.
RC Mandy, she got districts, second,
Third.
and then you got, what, regionals?
Yes.
Congratulations.
And Chase placed in regionals too.
And Lincoln Gardens, yeah.
EJ Harless.
EJ out there? No.
Della Muncy. Addison Kerr. Lisa Mullins. Where's Margaret?
Yep.
Where's she at, Miss Margaret?
She had to go to church.
Congratulations, guys, and thank you all for coming tonight. Next we have Eden's academic coach, Mr. Mark, or Mr. Hall. Ms. Goldie here tonight.
This is Lemaster, it's going to be here. The academic team. Miss Lemaster, Kenna Lemaster leads our academic team. She's done a really great job with us, and Miss Wanda Kurt also assists with that. Our future problem-solving team did go to compete in regionals. They did not place in regionals, but they did place in the district. But we invited our regional winners in tonight to be recognized. So,
Okay. Ms. Goldie here, Ms. Atkins? Oh. Goes Russell Maynard.
fourth in math.
Congratulations, Russell. And Brady McGinnis. Congratulations, Brady.
He was fifth in social studies for the regional.
All right, congratulations, Brady.
Good job.
Mr. Stafford, Warfield Elementary. There he is.
I'll make my way up through here.
Mary Horn. First of all, I want to congratulate Warfield Elementary, Mary Horn. She does a great job. How long have you been academic coach? You've been there for a while, haven't you?
About 15 years.
15 years. Does an outstanding job for us.
Yep.
And Mr. Stafford, he's brand new at Warfield.
Breaking me in.
First, I want to give this to Ms. Horn. Congratulations, Ms. Horn. All right, we have Corey Parsley. Chloe Alley. She got something else. Good job. Mr. Mason McCoy. DJ Parsley. Congratulations, DJ. Jackson Harmon. Caitlin Thompson. Gabby Crum. Lexi Sammons. Jacob Horn. Dakota Ward. BOE. Ms. Valerie Bowen. How did your team do in the district and region?
District was first place, quick recall, first place, speech problem solving. Quick Parsley was first in social studies. BJ was second math. Emma was second opportunities. Mason.
Fourth in science and fifth in language arts.
Mercy Memphis. And Jackson placed in language arts and social studies. Valerie was third place in comp.
Great job.
Fourth place,
Fourth place.
yes. And Quick Parsley placed huge in social studies at region.
Which I go run and I keep up with, check out the regional results and district results. And I just want people to know that academics are very important. That's what we're in this for, and I'm so proud of what you've accomplished. And I appreciate you guys competing and also watching the Lawrence County in the league. And of course, Ray McGinnis and Eden and Russell, and of course I had Marley in class, so you've done a good job with Ray and Marley. So, but anyways, it makes you proud, and I appreciate you guys making me look good. So, when you look, so it's just want to compliment you. I know how much hard work goes into it. Appreciate everything that you do, coaches and even the principal, Shane Stafford.
Our future problem solving team at regionals, they misplaced them by 1 point.
Wow.
So, I was proud of them.
I like to hear the sound of those medals clanking.
Yeah. It's like the Olympics never ended. It's great, great guys.
All right, thank you guys. This time we'll do our staff spotlight. We want to recognize our Beta Club sponsors. First we have Amy Harless.
That couldn't be here.
At Shone Park, we have Miss Carol Jean Rosensteel. Mark County Middle School, we got a former Tomahawk Hawk, Miss Janine Raines. She's here. Congratulations. Mr. Cletus Turner, Mark County Middle School. Congratulations. Thank you. Mr. Jimmy Horn. At Eden Elementary, Miss Goldie Atkins. Scott Mackey. Warfield Elementary sponsors, we have Miss Sarah Jump, Miss Stacy Dowles, and Miss Ann Martins. We'll make sure we get their certificates. Thank you guys.
We appreciate all of you making Martin County look good. Okay, our next item is going to be to approval to enter into closed session in accordance with KRS 61.810(1)(f)(2) for 2 students expulsion here. And I need a motion for this.
Motion made, Madam Chair.
I have a motion, I need a second. Second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, we stand in closed session. Okay, any necessary action in accordance with KRS 61.810(1)(f) for 2 students expulsion. I need a motion. I need a second.
I'll second it.
Okay, second, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Okay, 2 expulsions were presented to the board and action was taken. Next item will be discussion and possible action of board minutes from February the 12th, 2018. Does anyone have any questions or comments on these? If not, I'm going to need a motion. A motion. I need a second. A second. All in favor say aye. Opposed?
No,
Okay.
I approve.
Okay.
Sorry,
Okay.
I read it.
Motion carries. Our next item is conference request, vehicle request, fundraisers, and use of district property. Does anyone have any questions or comments on these? If not, I'm going to need a motion to accept.
I'll make a motion.
A motion, I need a second.
I'll second
And a second, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? The motion carries. The next item is discussion of possible action to pay warrants in the amount of $2,590,438.41, which includes item paid outside of the board in the amount of $177,479.75.
Only comment I need to make about this is that you guys know what this kind of breaks down to be. Construction was 1.688 million. There was bonding in this of 437,000, and breaker operations was 465,000.
Thank you. Does anyone have any questions for Ernest on this? If not, I'm going to need a motion.
Make a motion.
Have a motion, I need a second.
I'll second.
And a second, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Okay, motion carries. Our next item is discussion and possible actions of the orders of the treasurer for March the 12th, 2018 in the amount of $1,539,472.47.
Okay, on this one, construction was 1.33 million, and regular operations was 202,000.
Thank you. Any questions? If not, I need a motion.
Make a motion.
Have a motion, I need a second.
I'll second it.
Okay, we have a second, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Okay, motion carries. Our next item is discussion and possible action to give Superintendent James permission to solicit proposals for furnishings for the new Martin County High School.
We talked about during the work session, just, we'll do a request for proposals. I still want the board to actually make the decision on who we hire. It's kind of like how we did architects. They come in, presentation, what can we do, what can they do for us? Like they said earlier, I think probably the sooner we do it, the better. I mean, it doesn't hurt anything, so.
Okay.
So that's forest furniture.
For the new school.
For the school.
Which we're looking at ergonomical furniture, right? And, of course, adjustable, I think, ergonomical. That's what most schools are going with today, and I guess Frederick Douglass is one of them. I saw pictures of that type of furniture. It looks pretty good. Oh, that's how much color.
Right now, we need to give a motion to James to solicit bids.
Right.
But this is just for the people, right? We're not looking at furniture. This is for people to come present stuff to us, right?
Yes.
To advertise,
Yeah,
to advertise for proposals.
Okay.
I'll make that motion.
Have a motion, I need a second.
Second.
And a second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, motion carries. Next item is discussion and possible action of memorandum of agreement with Teach for America.
Is this the same we've been doing?
I think it's every 2 years, or it may be an MOA every year. I'm not sure of the dates on it.
What exactly does that entail?
It's just an agreement that, here you go. That if we have any vacancies that we have a hard time finding jobs for, then we're just entering into an agreement with them that we will look at their candidates.
Yeah, it doesn't bind us to, okay, we're gonna hire this number of people or hire so-and-so from Teach for America. It's, we interview them if we like them, or the principals interview if they like them.
That's if no one else have applied with the same.
Right, right.
So they're on equal footing
Mhm.
as anyone else.
Oh, they are?
It's just hard, it's hard to find math and hard to find science. I mean, it's getting hard to find anything. And it's an extra, I think if we hire a Teach for America person, I think it's $3,500 extra per year, and that, what that does, they do extra training throughout the year, but it costs us $3,500 more to hire a Teach for America person than a regular person.
And make sure I still understand this, and for the public's concern, is that the Teach for America program also gives those teachers who were students before they came here, after a certain number of years, it will forgive
Have some forgiveness
Forgiveness
loans
on their-
for
their-
graduate
their
school
loans.
or undergraduate, right.
Yeah, for their undergraduate.
Mhm.
And I wish that I wish that all teachers got that sort of forgiveness. They have to teach how many years at a place?
But when they sign up with Teach for America, they make a 2-year commitment to go anywhere. Then they go into the pot of where there is the most need and what their certification is.
Yeah.
And then that $3,500 that the district pays helps pay for their intense PD. They have, beyond what the district requires, they have the 6 weeks, we like to call it boot camp in the South, that they go, and then when they come back, on Saturdays, on extended weekends and evenings, they have extra professional development, which is almost like graduate school that they have responsibilities for.
Yeah.
So that $3,500 helps cover that cost.
And that's fine, but, you know, my whole point has always been that most of the people in the Teach for America program has not had the training that a regular teachers had during the in Department of Education while in their college. And I say that, and I will tell you this, that I have known, I'm not putting down the program, and I have known some very dedicated people who have stayed longer than their period of time that they've signed up to stay. And in fact, I hope that my wife and I can go to, I made friends with some, and I hope my wife and I can go to the wedding of one of the former Teach for America students, teachers, who was a teacher before I was on the board. Yeah, we got an invitation, didn't we, honey? Good. I just was wanting to let the public know also that, you know, that there's trade-offs.
Mm-hmm. Right, and I don't think we've ever filled a position where we've had someone qualified.
I know, yeah, I know we haven't, since I've been on this board. I didn't figure, yeah, it was that same way. Okay, thank you.
It's been beneficial for both us and
Yeah.
Teach for America.
It's been a win-win, yeah.
So I'm gonna need a motion.
Make a motion.
A motion, I need a second. Second, all in favor, say aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Next item is going to be discussion of possible action of memorandum of agreement with energy manager.
I think, how much was that, Ernest? We pay every 6 months, or 6 months, you remember exactly. I'd say it's 25 or 35. I think our part is like 7,000 a year. It's all the surrounding districts. He works for all of us. He negotiates rates. Like right now, he's trying to get us a cheaper gas rate for next year. We just have to agreement to services, for his services for next year.
Any more questions on that? If not, I'm going to need a motion on the memorandum of agreement with the energy manager.
I'll make a motion.
Got a motion, I need a second. second. And a second. All in favor, say aye. Opposed? Okay, motion carries. Next item is discussion and possible action of Eden Elementary roof and canopy bids.
Yes, I recommend we accept the roof with alternate number 2, but at this time decline the canopy. Just came in way over bid, or way over our budget at this time.
I was looking at the numbers on that. What was the total amount for the whole,
The whole thing?
for the whole roof? I mean, it wasn't near this for a canopy, was it? I mean, it's like, you remember?
150.
It wasn't made.
For the rest of the roof?
Uh-huh.
For the rest of the roof at Eden,
I mean, yeah,
It's
what
like
we did
100.
down there besides, you know,
it was $185,000.
and so they're wanting, you know, at first, it was almost 400,000 for a canopy, which you can build a nice, with HVAC and everything, a nice home, couldn't you? For a canopy. We got more needs than, to me, than a canopy. Even though that's in my district, and like I say, the kids have it, but $400,000, of course. How do you drop a reduction, how do you drop 100,000? I mean, or something, I don't know. So to finish the roof, which I guess our architects assumed that we didn't want fixed at first, which don't make sense either. So how much is that?
79,000.
79? Finish, which you gotta do that, and then you can't have leaking roof. Is there any way, as far as those kids have a rainy day, is there any way you can load some other area that's not as far to walk in the rain, that's, which, I don't know, how many days it rains?
We'll take a look at it. I know you can't do it in the front because buses keep them around that
Yeah,
way.
they, turn around. You can't turn the bus in that area. But hopefully, you know, someday the money will be there, $400,000. Just to make it a pretty outrageous price, considering the what'd you say, 150 on the whole,
Yeah.
on the whole roof? Basically, on the city on there. So,
I agree with Larry.
So,
Take
what
the
I
second.
need is, then is a motion to, do the roof at the present time and hold off on the canopy.
I'll make that motion.
Okay, I have a motion, I need a second. Second, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Okay, motion carries. Our next item is discussion and possible action on baseball and softball fields maintenance bids.
Yes, I advertise for bids, for the maintenance of basically everything inside the fence at the baseball and softball, field. We got 2 bids. You get one this price.
Yes, yeah.
You say we only got 2. To the lay person, there's a lot of work on baseball and softball fields. You know, we've got 2 of the best. Our baseball and softball fields are nice as anywhere, especially in eastern Kentucky. And I mean, it takes a lot of work to keep them up. We had the one who said 280. And it's not just high school that plays on our fields. It's middle school. It's even youth leagues in the summers. It's I mean, it gets to be expensive. Last few years we'd hire someone to take care of the field, but it's unless you have somebody that's, let's say, a vested interest in it, it's hard. I mean, it's hard work. You don't get a whole lot of pay, and let's say you seem to do a better job if you got a vested interest in it. If that makes sense.
And you know, if you don't really know what you're doing, you can mess it up.
Exactly.
And it costs more money to fix it.
Exactly.
Are these, is this grass care, are they still using the mower that we bought, a few years ago.
It's that infield machine, what's that called?
Okay, yeah.
The dragger.
Yeah, but I'm just talking, do they have a separate mower? Because we were talking about getting the seed mixed up and no, we really need the same mower on the same fields all the time, besides that other one, yeah. But, I'm just talking about, I'm not talking about the care, the infield, yeah, that's what we had bought there when I was on the board, but, well, I guess I still have it. Anyway, you know, you all know more about this than I, but is there, we want it to look really, really nice, and I've heard so many compliments before, but.
We really hear it when it's not looking so nice.
Amen, amen.
These bids are, one's for a week, one's per game.
Yeah, and we put it on there for the game ready per week. I think I don't know if this one, the other one, I mean, if you look at it, this one's more because it's $60 each time. You know, it includes
It's not just a here.
chalking, it includes conditioner, it includes, you know, dragging it, you know, not counting cutting it. You know, it's basically everything inside the fence.
Every time a game is played.
It's being game ready.
And it won't just be the high school, it will be for the middle school also.
Yeah, it includes whoever, yeah. I mean, it's about, it takes, not every day, it's an everyday job. To answer your question, I've been asking about that, because that was one of the complaints last year.
Yeah.
Because we got that lawnmower just for that, so it takes forever, because it's small. So we've got a Dixie chopper.
So what's,
If we can
what's
clean
this,
it, or if they use their own equipment, he said they can keep it separated. Both the guys said
Oh,
it's
okay.
it's bigger,
Okay,
so they can
good.
cut it quicker.
All right.
The smaller guys, or the smaller lawnmower, it just takes longer.
Getting it ready.
But they said they can keep it separated, because I've been asking, that's the biggest thing. If I gotta use your lawnmower, it's gonna take me longer, which is gonna cost you more. They use mine, I said, well, can you clean it so the seeds won't cross-pollinate? Oh, yeah.
It's just high school.
Well, actually, then there's actually more than 40 games that are
some games you.
played. That's what you all bring up
Yes.
on this. I think maybe the bidder didn't understand that or something, because when you put the bid out though by the week, right?
Right, I've been a week, and I actually talked to one today, and I said, well, he said, no, he said, every game. I said, well, you realize there's middle school games as well? Yes, I do. That's okay.
Okay. Be your recommendation to do what, sir?
I'd go with the lower bid if you look at it by games, because you could really play it every night of the week down there. I mean, I would do the one that says they take care of it all week for the $285. But if you do the other one that's under $60 each time, I mean, that could add up in a week quickly.
If there's 4 games that night, they could be $240 just for the field work.
That's not counting the dirt
Right,
yet.
that's not cutting grass, it'd be $390 a week.
So actually, the lower bid, what appears at the first look to be the lower bid, is really gonna be costing more.
He wouldn't charge, well, just, but if there was 4 games that night, he wouldn't do it for every game, would he?
No, I think you do it one time, but if you play,
If you line the baseball field, that would be for every game. Market,
I mean, it's,
right? By using the word line,
You
I'm
wouldn't do it
thinking,
every game.
you'd have to do it, I mean, not,
You'd
you're
have
talking
to
about
do it
every, you don't do it every game?
yeah, you would. You'd
Every
have to chalk-
day?
I mean,
You'd have
if
to
you
chalk the
did, you're
game.
saying, if you
I mean,
had
the
4,
field.
if you had like on Saturday, you had 4 games.
No, for every day there is a game, you would have to chalk the field for the foul
So you're
lines,
looking,
the
it could be
infield.
$300 per week, just.
Yeah. I saw you start.
Right, because I looked at that and I thought, okay, that's a good deal, then you start, okay, I mean, baseball, they play about every night.
But you gotta cut the
Nothing wrong.
outfield, you gotta cut the outfield grass a certain length and the infield grass a certain
Right.
length.
Not baseball, softball.
You all, I like this one better.
I don't think there's that much work to it, but there really is.
I mean, that's cheaper for us. It's,
Oh, yeah.
it's
Well, guys,
game,
you know,
big
so you
game.
feel like they do a good job.
Yeah, Yeah,
So that's, baseball and softball, right?
yeah.
But we still have the little clause in there, if we don't like it, we're not doing a good job, we can.
Yeah, oh yeah,
So
we'll fix it, we'll fix that little contract.
I'll make a motion to accept the recommendation and appears to seem to please the consensus of the board.
I have a motion. Second. Second. All in favor, say aye.
Yeah.
Opposed? Okay, so, B&B contracting? Okay. So the next item is going to be discussion of possible action to participate in the used bus sale program conducted by Kentucky Interlocal School Transportation Association.
We bought some new buses, so now it's time to get rid of some old buses. And the last few years, it's basically, we let Kista sell our buses for us. They have like how they make buses all at one time, well, they do this big used bus sale. And we end up getting more money out of it that way. They send them overseas, third world countries. I mean, they're a big buyer. I mean, it seems to work out. We get a little more money that way than trying to auction or sell them, and that's what most districts do. That's what we've done the last few years whenever we sell buses. I mean, we're not talking about a lot of money anyway.
Can we get candy out of it?
Probably
I
not.
think we got six. I think it's 6 buses we need to surplus and sell. No, we don't.
These are used buses,
Yeah.
it's not new. Well worn. Okay, does anyone have any other questions on that? If not, I'm going to need a motion.
I'll make a motion.
Have a motion, second, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Okay, motion carries. Next item is staff reports.
Mr. Ed?
Anybody got anything before I start? We seem to have some technical difficulties, so.
Yes, the computer decided to restart itself, and so
I plan ahead.
I'm taking notes the old-fashioned way tonight.
Yeah, look at there, man, he's got a backup
I
plan.
had a backup plan.
Yeah, it's great, thank you, sir.
No, I got one.
Okay, just want to get you up to speed on tax collections. We don't have a clicker, so this will go a little bit faster. You're welcome, Ron.
Okay.
Property tax receipts. We can flip over to the third page, go to it says revenue update and receipts with 100% collections. Our current tax rate that we adopted was 80.9, and on that assessment, with our assessments, it's $3,085,025 is the general estimate on what that would be. Our compensating rate that we did not adopt was 104, which would have kept us at 3.9 million for our receipts on property taxes. So as you can see, that gives up $878,000. I want to let you see that first. Now, next page. Through this month, and this is actually as of today, receipts for this year is 1.3 million. At this time last year, it was 1.5. So we're about $183,000 short of what we would have gotten like last year, but that depends on, next month's collections. If you'll turn the page, you can see where the money has come from. The left two pieces of the pie, the 875,000 and the 458, is the property tax collections that we have gotten for real property. The 458,000, that is our portion of bonding that comes straight off the top that we have to put in our for FSPK matching and all that stuff, the nickels. That comes straight off of the top. So we have 875,000 from property taxes that go into the general fund. And you can see where some of the other ones split up here. You've got utility taxes of 541,000. You've got franchise tax 299, and you see how it goes down to 0 on some of them. Don't be too concerned about some of the zeros because those taxes come a little bit later in the year. If you'll go to the next page for the tax receipts, this is looking at what we've received and what's the budgeted amount. Like I said, the POC property tax, that comes a little bit later. The oil tax comes later, gas tax comes a little bit later. Unmined minerals, we're way ahead of the game on that because I had 0 and we got $62. That was actually a carryover from last year. But anyway, motor vehicles, looking good. Delinquent is looking pretty fair. Franchise tax is looking pretty fair. Now, these are on budgeted amounts. So I kept it low because I didn't think we'd get everything that we were banking on. So I tried to be conservative about this. We haven't met our nickels, because that comes off the top. Utilities is pretty close. The real property taxes, we're down as of right now at about $224,000 from budgeted amount.
From the budgeted amount, and how long do we have to go for collection happens till it ends?
We've got another one coming next month.
Uh-huh.
And as they go, you get a big one in, the way it works is you get a big one the first month. And then the next one's a little bit smaller, and then the next one's a little bit smaller, and then it goes into delinquent.
What is it, June or July? Is that, when is the absolute last month? If I don't know if that was what Mr. McCoy was asking or not.
No, that's good.
Is it June? Is June the last month that we may be able to see something, or is it?
Yeah, it would be, June would be the last month, because that cuts off our fiscal, so
I was thinking that's what.
we've got until then to pick up. If you'll look at the next page, these are just the actual numbers for the property taxes without the remainder or anything, you know, what we were lacking. This is straight off the other one, except for it leaves off the remainder. Yeah. It's the same thing.
So the actual collection rate is some 479.
Yeah, oh yeah, I did say that, sorry. The actual collection rate as of right now is 79.36. But now you got to remember, we have reduced the amount that we're looking for, because we went with 80.9. So we've already lowered that by $800 and some thousand because we took the lower rate. But we're at 79.36, which is a good rate so far.
Which I asked.
Yeah.
The sheriff, which some districts have gone to credit card payments, and they've had pretty good, which I asked them, I said, can't you go? Because a lot of people don't have $600-700, and, you know, but they can get it on the credit card and they can pay monthly or whatever. But they said, well, it costs us $1,500 to be able to do that. But when you're talking thousands and millions, $1,500 don't seem like a whole lot to me.
Not really. But if they do like they do at the clerk's office, then they charge the fee back to the customer. And it's like 15 or 16% on top of whatever you
So
do.
that makes it.
That high?
Yeah.
So we're just doing both. There's maybe one
Right.
part.
And then the next page is just a pie of what the collection is, $875,000 towards the general fund, of the budgeted $1.1 million. And then this last page is just something that you guys can look at. It shows you the breakdowns between what the budgeted amount is and what we've gotten so far. And it shows you the over on the right-hand side, there's a little box there that shows you the property tax and how much the budget is and how much we received, and we're short as of right now $224,000. Collection rate's 79.55. The next box shows you that to get the whole 100% collection, we're 636,000 short of that, which that leaves us at 79.36 for all of the taxes. I just want to give you some kind of idea of where we are. I know this is March, and we still got a couple of months that we could probably get decent checks for property taxes that you know, we just don't know until they come in. Does anybody have any questions on those? I know I ran through that kind of, it's easier if it was up on the screen, but.
So roughly, we got cut about $1 million out of our budget from last year. That's what it means.
What was that word you used, the verb you used, in that we cut, I mean?
We need to.
We
We're gonna operate with about $1 million less than what we did last year.
Okay, the last thing I want to tell you, I'm usually bearer of bad news, but this is good news for a change, and I kept this till last just for that purpose. So we got our KISTA bonding for the 3 new buses that we're getting. And remember, we took some money off the high school, paid off 2 bond debts, saved some money on interest because we paid them off early. And then we were planning on switching, like flipping the payments, and they would be about the same. Well, here's the good news. The old payment was $47,300. New payment on the 3 new buses is $42,400, which saves us $4,900 a year, which saves us some money. The good part is most all of those other 2, as you go year by year, the interest rate is different for the bonding. But we're getting cheaper interest now than what we were paying for on the ones that we paid off, so we're saving money there too.
Why is that?
Interest rates are cheaper than what they were when we bonded them.
Oh,
Yes.
So we save money on the front end, we save money on the payments,
okay.
and we save money on the back end with cheaper interest rates.
You could get credit for that. You saved us money.
So I'll make a motion to give him $2 out of the 62 that were.
Thank you so much.
That's all I got.
Appreciate ya.
Thank you, Ernest.
Okay, any more staff reports? Is there-
Also have, Mr. Grayson couldn't be here tonight. His child, he had a sick baby, or sick daughter, his baby to him, but he was gonna give an update on safety measures that we've either taken or will be taken. So I think, all of our schools, well, would have been audited. Warfield Elementary was due to have a safety audit this year, and then they cut funding, so that didn't happen. But Warfield's basically the same school design as elementary, so they basically have the same problems or same safety problems as Wadine is. So we took it to that. The other things that we've done, everybody's got cameras in every building. We installed the buzz systems in schools, at all schools, so everybody's got a buzz in. Outdoor lighting at Martin County Middle School and High School parking lots. We have the Commonwealth Attorney and State Police come in every year to talk to middle school and high school students about cyber security, bullying, sexting, harassing. Sheriff and State Police were invited to middle and high school last month to explain the consequences of making threats to schools. It's kind of like a double-edged sword. The more we talk about it, the more it happens, the more it occurs. It gets worse before it gets better. So hopefully we're getting better as far as the terroristic threats. We do all the safety drills and lockdown drills. One thing we're going to work on, we need to add is active shooter drill for all our schools. We've got to do intercoms for around the Hills of Warfield. Everybody's got radios. One thing we're talking about is considering is night locks. We call them night locks for the classrooms. It's kind of basically a deadbolt that once you're in, you're in. Problem is, if you got a shooter inside, it's hard to get them out. So that's the downside. If you got a shooter in the classroom, they put the deadbolt in, it's going to be hard to get them out. You mentioned ROT. We had talked to Sergeant Carroll. I know Miss Williams and I were going to meet with him and his ROTC staff. Miss Williams has been busy meeting with kids, meeting with their staff. We're going to put all our heads together. What else can we do? I know he had mentioned several things to me the other day. I was at high school. Some buzzers, people go out the side doors, things like that. got a security guard at the high school. Uh, We're open to any and all suggestions. We want our kids to feel safe, and we want our community to feel like they can trust us with keeping our kids. We want to keep our kids safe. It's just dangerous times these days. It's just hard. I mean, people attack churches and McDonald's and, you know, really think about it, everywhere's a
Concerts.
wide open area. It's hard. But we want our schools to be as safe as possible, and we try to do everything we can to make sure we are. But that was just, that's all.
Have you thought about buses?
That's another, that's another thing. I mean, you get,
I do all the time.
so what do you do there? I mean, you're in a confined space and, it's dangerous.
It is.
I mean, it really is.
You back to the kids, and God only knows what's gonna happen on the outside and all them windows.
It's, like, Ms. Price was just talking about the other day, what, she brought it up about buses.
Well, you think about taking, and this is a scenario I've thought about too, because I'm in that, where I know this could happen. You take a bus that's going on a trip you go to Louisville, you go to Lexington, you go to Frankfurt, you go to these big cities where all this stuff goes on. I think about things happening, and I hope it don't ever, but, you know, it's things to think about. Huntington, I mean, it could happen around here, but those big places, you hear more about it, and my thoughts go there when you send buses, so.
That's all I have.
Matters, public comment, nobody here gave me anything, so. Does anyone here have anything else they'd like to add? If not, then I need a motion to adjourn.
I will make that motion, man.
I'll second. Okay, all in favor, say aye. Opposed? Meeting adjourned.